welcome back, and we'll be talking about maybe a new club, maybe not a new club. We're going to figure this out as we go. I want to welcome Miriam Khan to this day, and I want to talk about kind of a journey you've gone through with your health and a diagnosis you had, and how it inspired you to maybe have a gathering that's coming up on the 14th, and what you want to hope to have come from all this. So welcome to the program.
Okay, let me start out with my background was a very active kind of life.
Mm-hmm.
I was traveling, I was president of a club, I did visit 4 corners of the world. I did hiking, a lot of hiking, and enjoyed every little bit of it.
Yeah.
Until COVID. When COVID came around, obviously, a lot of those activities became on the side. And
Right.
I did get my vaccine through the community here. 2 or 3 weeks after, I did get the vaccine, I did join the Emeritus Club, the Emeritus program, and did exercise on a fairly regular basis at home.
So you were enjoying a really active life before all of this happened.
Yeah, I was trying to replace the outdoor activity and personal activities with activities on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, we did some folk dancing on Zoom too. We created a club on Zoom and did some, which was very successful.
Oh, that's
we
great.
had people from all over the world that joined us, Australia and Siberia, you name it. Anyhow, one morning I took one of those weights as I did my aerobics and slammed it into my right hand and started to scratch,
Mm-hmm.
it started to bleed. And I packaged it with gauzes and whatnot, and it kept on bleeding.
So that was a sign for you probably to go to the doctor and figure out what's going on.
3 days later, it was still profusely bleeding, and at this point, my fingers became numb. I went to the hospital. I couldn't handle it anymore.
Right.
They ran a CBC, which is a blood count, and came back with platelets of 7. I said, no way. I want, repeat on that. This is incorrect.
Uh-huh.
They came back with platelets of 5. I said,
It's only getting worse.
Yeah. So at that point, they felt that I needed to see a hematologist, an oncologist, which I did, and he insisted at that point that I stay in the hospital. The reason is reason. Number one, when you have such a low, platelets are the ones, thrombocytes that are created in our bone marrow, and they are the one that stop bleeding in our body, externally as well as internally. And they were very worried about spontaneous internal bleeding.
My goodness. So how, we got this diagnosis, you're in the hospital. How did you react to it at
This is
first?
not a diagnosis, this is a symptom.
Okay.
At that point. The diagnosis didn't come for another probably a few months.
Okay.
This is why they want to keep me in the hospital.
Okay.
To diagnose what is causing this.
And it turns out to be?
The diagnosis eventually came on the second bone marrow, and this is myeloid leukemia, acute myeloid leukemia, which at the time, they gave me 3 to 5 weeks of life.
Oh my God.
I wasn't quite ready for that. I definitely, I felt I'm strong, and I really wanted to continue my life. I had a lot of things that I still, and still do today, want to continue to do.
And here you are. So what did you take that diagnosis from? Because they're telling you, 3 to 5 weeks of life, and here you are today. What happened in that process?
Okay, chemotherapy, And obviously a lot of before the chemotherapy, they tried different other medications, testing, and blood work on a regular basis. I still do twice a week blood work.
Okay.
And I just went through a whole week of chemotherapy. And obviously all of those things have very negative side effects.
Sure. They can be debilitating in terms of what they do to your body.
Absolutely. I did make my mind up that I'm going to take that route and face the challenge, and I did it. I'm doing it. Obviously, relationship with people and strong and positive willpower is what keeps me going.
Fantastic. And then at some point you came up with the idea of maybe sharing this experience with others, right? And getting together and tell me a little bit about the idea behind Life's Vitality.
Okay, this is where I really felt that I'm not the only one in our community, and probably everywhere else with our, since we all live a lot longer, and abnormal cells have a chance. Our immune system is not as strong when we get older, and as such, we develop what we call abnormal cells, and eventually they develop into cancer. I decided that I want to have a group of people here in our community that will meet on a regular basis, that we can create a buddy system, that we can support each other, that we can help each other and keep being positive and help, cure some of those diseases.
Right. Join the Life's Vitality group. They're going to be getting together on Wednesday, February 14th from 2 to 4 p.m. over at Clubhouse 3 in Dining Room 2. And you're going to be there, and you're going to have some other guest speakers, and you're going to have all sorts of interesting stuff going on in terms of people who are survivors of cancer and those kinds of things. I know you wanted to read a little bit there at the end of something you wrote down.
I want to, that we together we can face the challenge of today and pursue tomorrow. Create personal relationship, connect to each other, and spread the courage and strength and positivity to give us courage and strength to fight our ailments. And obviously, you indicated that we will have
the
guest
February
speakers.
14th event is going to be the opportunity for everybody to get together and hear from you, hear from others, and maybe this is something you guys can repeat and do as a group or a club in the future. That would be great.
Correct.
Miriam Kahn from Life's Vitality, thank you so much for joining us today.
I hope I can do what I'm aiming to do. Thank you.
I hope so too.
Very, very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.